اجت الطيارة صارت تقصفنا، درت الإنذار، تبعت الإنذار هي، منهم هربوا على الهي، حسنوا يهربوا على الملجأ، ومنهم ماتوا ما حسنوا يهربوا.
Twelve-year-old Saad is one of countless Syrian children affected by war. He may not have been killed or injured, but he is hurt psychologically. He's traumatized. Saad is among the roughly 800,000 children whose families escaped from Syria into neighboring Turkey. Some of them found their way to Istanbul. Sultanbeyli is one of Istanbul's poorest districts. With a population of over 300,000, it is a rural, working-class area. It has also become home to the largest group of Syrians in Istanbul, with over 9,500 registered refugees. They've managed to flee the war back home, but are facing many other difficulties here in Turkey as they struggle to survive. Saad's father, Ahmet Zerhati, found a job as a Quran teacher at one of the few local Syrian schools. He recalls the horrors he and his family endured in Syria.
ومرة يعني في مسجد بحلب اسمه والله أعلم الأنصار على ما أذكر، كان هناك أطفال يتعلمون القرآن الكريم، أطفال صغار. جاءت الطيارة وقصفت المسجد ومات عدد يعني لا يقل عن 30 طفل في ذلك الوقت. وكان سعد بصحبة أمه، أنا لم أذهب، ذهب هو وأمه وشاهدوا تلك المناظر.
Ahmed says the war deeply affected his son and that the behavioral and psychological effects were clear.
موضوع النوم، الولد وهو نائم يتكلم عن الدمار، يتكلم طيارة، يصرخ ماما، يعني هو يخاف، يعني وهو نائم يصرخ ماما، يظن انه يعني طيارة قادمة.
From 2011, Turkey had an open door policy for Syrian refugees. The government offered support, camps for housing, schools for children, and in some areas vocational training. But by 2015, the number of refugees reached 1.5 million, making it difficult for government and locals to cope.
As the Syrian refugees became more part of our society and our culture, the Turkish people's attitudes changed. They're not welcoming the Syrians anymore.
One day, 16-year-old Emir Özsuraş spotted a young Syrian refugee on the streets and decided he wanted to help.
You know, they're only kids. And because of this war, because of all the things that they saw, you know, they try to act all grown up, and we don't want that to happen.
So he came up with Project Lift.
I define Project Lift as the key to happiness, because once we're done with the kids, once they get their therapy, once they gain the power to control their fear and overcome any obstacle in their life, they'll find true happiness.
The project is short, it lasts 5 days, and it combines 3 types of expressive therapies: music, dance and movement, and art. 60 children are divided into 3 classes to explore and express their emotions with the guidance of therapists.
The moments that they share their stories with us were the most shocking moments of my life, actually. Because these kids, you know, they've seen some horrible stuff. One of them told us that he saw his mother dying in front of his eyes. A bomb came and exploded in, you know, right next to her mom.
The project has even gotten the backing of the local municipal government.
Tabii bu cümle sıkça kullanılır, insan odaklı yönetim anlayışı diye. Biz bunu yaşamak istiyoruz, yaşatmak istiyoruz. Bu anlamda Sultanbeyli ilçemizde bu yönümüzü geliştirmeye devam ederken hem Sultanbeyli'deki kardeşlerimizle ilgili önemli projeler yapıyoruz, hem de böyle bir atmosferde ortada bir dram var, savaş var ve savaşın en fazla mağduru kadınlar ve çocuklar. Özellikle biz diğer anlamda, lojistik anlamda yardımcı olmaya çalışırken bir de o çocukların psikolojileri, o çocukların yaşadıkları travmalar bizim açımızdan da dikkate alınması gereken bir konuydu.
It feels great doing something good for that kid, you know. When we try to help him, we feel amazing. Because even if we help a single person, we know that it means a lot. You know, to change someone's life, to help him overcome that moment, it means a lot.
Emir searched for a team of expressive therapists who were willing to volunteer and could tailor a program for refugee children. That's when he found Leyla Akça.
When they don't have a way or a place, a safe place to express themselves, they just bottle up and it will become explosive at some point. Their sense of self will shatter at some point, and it will spill out. They can put themselves in dangerous situations, and then it can even lead to suicide.
حسيت إنه هيك بسطانين كتير وفرحانين عم نرسم، لأن أول مرة برسم أنا. هي كان في عالم طالعين مظاهرة، المهم اجت الطيارة صارت تضرب عليهم والبوليس. منهم حسنوا يهربوا، بس حسنوا يهربوا على بيوتهم، ومنهم ما حسنوا يهربوا، قتلوهم. اجت سيارة الإسعاف، هي إنه إسعاف تركي، وأنقذوهم.
For the children of war, the opportunity to express their feelings in a safe place is crucial for the healing process to begin.
So we teach them what emotions are and how to detect those emotions and where they feel those emotions in their bodies, and also what different sounds mean to them, what emotions they bring up, and then different movements. How can we express our feelings through our movements?
This is where the children participate in dance therapy sessions. It is a vital part of the program because it integrates body, mind, and soul. When a child experiences trauma, the effects can be stored in the cells of the body. So it is vital to mobilize this energy and allow children to express themselves with movement in a safe environment. Some of the Syrian children came to Turkey with one or both parents, some with just a relative. But not everyone has a home. There are those who have the means to rent a house, while others live in camps or even on the streets. Rehem arrived in 2013 with her mother and 6 siblings. The family says her father was taken away by Syrian government officials in 2013. They haven't heard from him since. Rehem's experience with her father is reflected in her art at Project Lift.
بس أكتريتها إنه أنا وأبوي وهيك إنه ورسمت عين ونفس الوقت إنه ارتحت إنه هيك إنه رسمت شغلة إنه تعبر على حزني وهيك طلع شيء حزن.
Rehem's mother says the program has resulted in a change in her daughter's behavior.
يعني بحاول قدر الإمكان أبعدهم أنا من قبل النشاط، والنشاط يعني إجا بوقته كتير، يعني بوقته بوقت كتير كويس إنه أنا كنت دريت هيك شيء. أنا يعني لما لقيت التليفون يمكن لقيت كتير إنه استعداد لهالموضوع هذا. أنا كنت يعني أنا نفسي إنه ريت أبعد عن هالمواضيع هي. عدى عليهم كتير يعني أوقات إنه قاسي عليهم، إنه ما كويس علي. أنا حب أبعد عن المواضيع هي. ونشاط أنا كتير أنا حقق لي إنه رغبة إنه ردت إنه استفدتوا. مثلا الوقت اللي يجوا من النشاط إنه قال لهم إيش استفدتوا، إيش فرحتوا، إيش عملتوا، إيش لعبتوا، مشان أنا أرسخ لهم النقطة في مخهم هي. يعني الموضوع اللي عملوه هنيك الشيء كتبوه إنه إيش صوروكم، إيش فرحوكم، إيش انبسطتوا، مشان هذا الموضوع ثبت في مخهم يعني. والتفتوا للأمور الدراسية أكثر، يعني صار دفتر الرسم اللي جابوا لهم إياهم يمكن إذا فتحتوهم تلاقوهم مليانين. حتى يعني الغيوم صارت يرسموها، لاحظت أن هالموضوع ما كان يعني شفت يعني ما حتى كنت منتهية عنهم يعني بالأحرى. حتى الغيوم اللي يرسموهم عليهم وجاه، حتى الشمس اللي يرسموها عليها وجاه مبتسمة، حتى النجمة عليها وش يعني مبتسم.
Emir has also witnessed profound changes in the children.
Once we're finished with the project, we see that they change a lot. Not in terms of their personality, but in terms of how they show their personality, because you know because these kids are in a huge depression. Once we help them, they can be more like themselves. You know, they remember that they're only kids.
UNICEF estimates some 14 million children have been affected by the conflict in Syria, and there's no end in sight. One thing is for sure, it will take a lot of time and more projects like these before these children can heal. For Assignment Asia, I'm Michal Bardavid in Istanbul, Turkey.